Legends.
This is Game 5 in the Grand Finals. Leo and Naisu bringing you the action. I did not expect to see Sicilian tonight.
I did not either, you know, and I know we had a glimpse at it, and I don't know, man. This is sticking in my head. Are they actually called glulets?
Glulings.
Oh, glulings? So,
I think.
Today I learned, right? Whatever they're called, little glues. That's something that can be said. I didn't expect to see UA on the Sicilian either, but maybe there's a master plan here for RORA to go ahead and utilize the tools they have. We're talking about sustainability, maneuverability, and also they can build up here.
Uh-oh.
All right, I had to double check.
We're fine. Action continues. Brusco on his signature Cho, a.k.a. Bruce Lee, the Bruiser, coming in looking for kicks, baiting out responses. I think that's what he wants to do. Our panel mentioned the possibility of the glulings, the glulets, from Edward just melting down on his attempt to penetrate through the lineup.
Yeah.
There is some truth to that, but I've seen worse. There are worse lineups that try and break through. Talk about lineups with the Faramis. Talk about lineups with a Valentina.
That's true.
Right? This is, that Eve still has to choose where she puts her spells.
Yeah, you got to do that. This is also the first time that we haven't seen a Valentina at least come through, so there's that dynamic change as well. Part of this also is the fact that, I don't know if Clint has done very well, like overall, throughout the playoffs alone, but Kelra confident enough to pick it up. We heard the bands break down too from the panel, so maybe this was just the option.
The gold standard is sitting at 100%.
On the Clint.
He was the first one we doubted, and the first one to prove us wrong.
Man,
so
yeehaw.
Here, this is yeehaw.
Yeehaw, Kelra.
Howdy. This is indeed the right pickup, especially since you want a mid-game scaling marksman that can definitely threaten you as Sicilian, which makes sense because the story of the series is AURORA in control constantly, and then they lose it in the late game. But they're going to do it now.
They're going to fight through it. Spirit of Alpha already dropped down. Edward getting melted down, the glulets and all. And there's Bruce Lee coming in and gets Demon Kite. Gets the turtle as well. Man, they just got everything.
All right. Well, to get to a good late game and gain control of that, you got to survive the early. And not with a lineup like this. Not with how aggressive Fnatic Onic are. Look at this. The purple just disappears.
It's gone.
That's highway robbery.
That is at that point. And, it's the pacing that's being set here early on from FNOP. I'm wondering, how long do you need if you have this lineup from RORA to be able to catch up if you fall behind, right? Because we're talking about a lineup that does need time to build up, especially with a Sicilian.
You mean right now?
In that mid lane. Yeah, like right now. They're trying to catch up.
What's the harsh reality right now? I'd say third turtle. If my third turtle you don't find a way to recover, then you gotta have a plan B. You gotta have a plan Z. Because look at this King Kong coming in.
Spirit of Alpha again. Renegade just getting melted himself. And there it is. Purify gonna be used. Doming will live. He might look for a counterplay, but man, this is looking already dire. Almost at the 4-minute mark, that whole gold plating already taken care of by Kelra.
The Sheriff's gotten good time. A full minute and 10 seconds before the shield goes away, he demolishes it. And now, Demon Kai's not in a good way either.
You can't, man. No wonder the Alpha is just such a top pick right now. It's so hard to deal with the fact that you can just get thrown in the air and then obviously the true damage this early on, it hurts. How do you play against it?
They're making good time. Kirk just picked up the Thunder Belt about 20 seconds, 15 seconds ago. King Kong got his War Axe. And now he's going to steal away the purple. Oh, the beast is eating good. And suddenly the map has shrunk. I don't think I've seen a map this small in under 5 minutes.
Yeah, this is... when we've seen this before, it was when FNOP did get some of the fastest games, or the fastest game in the league so far, right? That was, 9:34, I think it was. They played like this. Now, RORA can slow them down. I'm not saying it's going to be a game that fast again, but with the way things are going and the fact that this lineup needs that time to build up, they're falling so behind so quickly. It's a little concerning here, Leo.
It feels like you're fighting gravity.
Look at Brusco.
Like you're going down 9.8 m per second squared. That's the actual speed of gravity. And Fnatic Onic are just pushing them down. Look, we haven't even seen a single real-world manipulation. And it feels like these fights are non-starters.
Yeah, it kind of is. And it makes you wonder, like, for Demonkind in his situation, when you have this Suyo, and we know it's Suyo as a hero, it's picked up all the time. It does so well. But when you fall behind like this against an alpha, that's usually the pickup. You know, you're going to have to rely on your team to help you out to go ahead and get the buffs that you need or even the space to work with. But there's just so much pressure coming out from FNOP with the lineup that they have. I mean, Brusco is literally just standing in front of multiple members from RORA.
I've counted 4. The most he's strung up is 4. Like, come on, get me. And there's no real catch to this Cho. I mean, what are you going to do? Try to hit him with a Sanguine Claws?
Yep.
Try to ride on him with the grab? You're not going to spend your ult as the Rafaela. Renegade can't afford to do that. So, with that said, RORA have to just really sit back, relax, and some way, somehow hope that Fnatic Onic don't pick up the pace. But that's asking a predator to not eat its prey.
Yeah, pretty much. You're asking a lot here at this point. And you're seeing it right here, right now. Fnatic Onic Philippines, 5,000 gold ahead. Continuing to put pressure here on the mid lane, trying to get that tier 1 down. Look at the amount of damage already coming out from UA. He will survive, though. Still purple up. Trying to secure it in. Turret finally going down. Kirk joining the fight. Flickers in. Going for Edward. And Calro will clean up the kill. Kirk does get traded, though. 1-for-1, but the tier 2 going to be worked on here. And FNOP looking to take a tier 2 turret this early on in the game. As now the 3rd turtle spawns up. Good push from Domeng, though.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they're going for the Holy Shield as well. They get that.
That's a massive resource that you need at what seemingly is 7-8 minutes into game 5. They can't just leave mid lane now.
You can't.
Not just is that a main artery for the map, it's also a weak spot for Aurora.
Big weak spot. And look, they also barely hold on to the tier 2 on the top lane as well. So talking about the amount of macro value that FNOP has gotten themselves up to this point, it's insane. It's so hard to deal against if you're Aurora here.
And I'm guessing that Aurora understand now. They're playing hide and seek. You can't play tag with a lineup like Fnatic Onic. The best thing you can do is to farm up where they're not there. So they see that, all right, there's a big presence up top. Let's take this turtle. I wonder if they know if King Kong's in this bush. Oh, here he is.
They spot him out.
Grab.
Kong. He might just go for it anyway. Demonkind will get the turtle. Brusco now joining the fight alongside Calra and Super Prince. They set up the death box, and Calra fires on off. King Kong waiting for the rest of the team, and Edward is a sacrifice. RORA will get the turtle, but they lose 2 bodies.
Too much to ask to get away with the turtle, to get away with a couple of kills. And I think Aurora just rolled themselves back. That was less progress than what they could have gotten if they just hunkered down. Oh, wow.
Look at Brusco.
He's making this Cho look like a Uranus.
Yep. It's the new version of it. They try to hold down the mid turret the best they can. Full force still up here. They want to force the fight. Spear of Alpha on the defense. Even the split committed, and that's going to be nearly everything thrown just to defend.
Not just, they also committed the flicker. Mr. Consistent came in with the hopes of grabbing someone, anyone, to throw into the base to hopefully get a shutdown kill and maybe get some bounty to help them get to that mid-game power spike. But it's not just happening.
Again, Brusco jumping in the base, just trying to base something out. They're still working on this base turret. This point, they still won't get it. RORA will hold on. And so really, it's just Fnatic Onic looking for, if they can press the limit, the line so far, to get a turret before a Lord.
It looks like they could. 10 minutes in, 7,500 gold. Aurora are holding on for dear life. It would be a miracle if they're able to secure this orange, and they're buying time for Domeng. That's all they're hoping for. All right, they're able to push out Fnatic Onic. They're able to push out the Beast out of stealing 1 more buff. Fnatic Onic is setting up for the Lord.
The concerning thing to waiting for Domeng, and even UA to an extent, is once they get there, let's say once the stacks are there for UA on the Sicilian, you already got enough magic resistance here. There's the force again from Kirk, gonna flip him over the head. Edward in trouble. They want to fight it back. RWM dropped down to Edward, trying to run away, but Brusco will find him again. Super Fritz does go down. Kirk popping the Primal Wrath. And right now, FNOP going to be held at bay, but King Kong will get the Lord, securing the objective.
1 for 1. Edward did what he could. Edward tried to find more than what they got, but so far it's just Fritz. And Fritz was more than willing to be a sacrifice. Looking at the item game here. Oh man, that's about 2,000 between Kelra and Domeng. And Domeng has to consider, do I build physical defense? Fnatic Onic just hurt too much. I don't think he has it in his pocket. I don't think there's enough economy in this game for Aurora to give Domeng a defensive item. He needs more, they need more damage.
They need a whole lot more damage at this point. And RORA is going to have to buckle in for this one, because this could be a victory. March in with this Lord. A mid-turret goes down. There's a flicker from Bruce. Go again. Gets the kickoff. Edward going to be in trouble. Flickers out on the defensive. They go in with the claws, and Kirk could be in trouble. Real world manipulation going to be dropped down, but they clear out the Lord. They're able to defend. RORA stays together and stays in the game.
The light still shining. Faint as it may be. A good old Boy Scout effort defense. They lose their mid lane inhibitor. Up next, down bottom. Few shots coming in from Kelra, and they clear the minions. Aurora still in this.
So is this what they need? Is this what they have to do? I mean, clear-wise, it looks like they can at least keep some of the clearing going. Even, let's say, the next Lord. What if it's forced from FNOP to just fight it out?
That's the problem. Counting their blessings, they have great wave clear. Amazing. Almost top of class. But if FNOP says it's go time and they fight, they best hope that they have more purifies than they have. 3 ain't enough, especially since Renegade is still on cooldown. I'm not so sure if they have 30 seconds to waste.
They might just lose all base turrets here. They still hold on to the top one for now. But FNOP, I think they're happy with the amount of damage they did off that first Lord push. Might look for more. Kirk holding on, has a flicker. They want to take this last base turret in. Kirk's going to have to fight it out. Brusco goes in with the kick. They're going to go in. Edward gets the grab, split. Kirk does fall down. Still breaking out of the fight. Renegade goes down in the exchange. King Kong up in the front, taking a couple shots. Conceal's going to keep him alive. With a 1-for-1 trade, Kirk for Renegade, and RORA stays in the game.
A close call. If some way, somehow, US shut down King Kong, would have been a lot of gold swing over to Aurora. They're able to kick out Fnatic Onic Philippines, keep this gold lead to a manageable 6,000, 7,000. I'm hoping that it claps back, only if they got to kill King Kong, but right now it's going to maintain an 8K gold lead, and still that's a massive amount of firepower you're missing out on. It's a miracle that Yue hasn't died. That's a testament to this young man's technical know-how and usage of space. And let's see, they're out of their base.
They might want to go ahead and fight this out.
I don't know if this is the right thing to do. They're contesting.
Yeah, they are contesting right now. Even down 8,000 gold, is this really what RORA wants to do?
This is defiance.
Can they get an advantage here?
They're not taking this lying down. Lord here, approaching half health. Massive river bush control by Fnatic Onic. Demon Kite taking the Y brush. Oh no!
Brusco jumping in again. Way the Dragon right on target, right on the mark. Edward split, and Super Fritz is going to be chased down. Domeng trying to find Kelra. Won't be able to get it as Kirk goes down, and they're turning the tides here. But King Kong will get taken out as a double. They got the Lord, but RORA won the fight.
Fnatic Onic committed too much to taking the Lord. Aurora hit a power spike. Aurora laid everything down on the line. And they took 3 out on the way.
Oh, they want to take
alive.
the chance.
They are on the map. All 5 members pushing in.
It's Brusco and Kelra. Can they stay in the game after this turnaround? Kelra takes the claws, and Yue helps clean them up. A forced play from RORA. Still a couple seconds away. Brusco tries to buy enough time, but the minions are there, and RORA will be able to do it. They turn it around, and they stay